the defending to force another corner, but a good spell here from Cadiz, the strongest we've seen from either team so far. The corner played near post, allowed to run by the dummy of Escalante, but Rayo can clear. Challenges flying in, play going on, and it's Alcaraz. Switching play for Bongonda. Castellin in support. Bongonda will step inside, sends in a good-looking cross, and it's just behind the two at the far post as Espino went down, claiming a foul by Vallejo. No, it was good defending for me. He got a flick header on it, rising. And in the end, another corner for Cadiz, building pressure after that flicked header away by Vallejo. It's Bongonda with the delivery beyond Fally, bounces down, and there's a free kick. So Sergi Guardiola trying to convert after the header down, but an infringement spotted by the referee. Not entirely sure where. The referee saw enough to blow the whistle, but good spell of pressure from Cadiz. We move towards the 20-minute mark. Here's a nice flick from Cameo. RDT taking on the shot that deflects and will give Rayo their first corner. Fally blocking the effort from Raul de Tomas, who's never shy in shooting. Back in the starting lineup with Rayo for the first time today. To re-establish himself as a top striker in La Liga. Alfonso Espino. Palazón again. This time it will be an out-swinging delivery towards the penalty spot beyond RDT. Just got a slight flick on it, kept in by Cameo, who arrows a good-looking ball back in. Fally away, but only as far as Issy Palazón, who drives it across goal, and it's in! And it's the captain, Santi Comasagna, but it might be offside. The flag does go up now. Rayo is saying that whoever the player was at the far post, I'm not quite sure who, but there was someone following up in an offside position, but did he get a touch? Now, Comasagna, I'm not sure he was off. We'll see it here. Well, he's definitely not off. And I'm not sure RDT got a touch. He tried to, but did he? He was offside by the time Santi Comasagna flicked it on. It's being reviewed by the VAR official David Media Jimenez, and the question is, did Raul de Tomas touch it? If so, the goal won't stand. Some real wrestling at the corner initially. I don't think that is being checked. Just the offside. Comasagna's flick, did it go in off the post? Without a touch from the offside RDT. And the verdict is offside, so a reprieve for Cadiz. Luis Hernandez and RDT discussing it. But Raul de Tomas has cost his team the opening goal there. 0-0 midway through the opening period, but a let-off for Cadiz. As Roger Martí tries to chase down Lejeune, who's comfortably strong enough to hold him off. Big size advances there for Lejeune. So it remains goalless, but both teams in the last 5 minutes or so stepping up their goal threat. The game's starting to open up a little bit as well as Bayou comes forward. Back to Oscar Valentin and Lejeune. See there that 4-4-2 shape of Cadiz, with Roger Martí and Sergi Guardiola, the two centre forwards leading the pressing, forcing Dmitrievski to kick long. Espino with a strong header from the back. Oscar Valentin caught in possession there, but too strong a touch on the ball from Ruben Alcaraz. Sends it running through to Dmitrievski. Now RDT has gone down off the ball again. He's back up to his feet quickly, but I think it was under a challenge from Fali. He felt he could have had a free kick, not for the first time today. Play going on though as Alvaro Garcia has support from Comesaña. Cross dealt with by Espino, picked up on the chest by Bayou, who lets it run for the throw-in. Decent opportunity after a very good cross from Bayou, and Rayo very much getting on top at the moment. That's an excellent ball in, and was it just a little too high for RDT, or should he have done better there? He was stretching a little. It was a good leap, but couldn't get firm enough contact. But certainly Cadiz being perhaps RDT could have done more with, and he'll chase this down as well. Out comes Ledesma. Palathon controls on the chest, and as it returned to him by Valentin, here's Cameo. What a great season he's having. What a great run this is. On to Alvaro, three in the middle. The cross towards Izzy Palathon at the far post, but Fali gets there first to flick it away. Just got in between. Flicked on at the near post, and two players in an off. Headed away by Guardiola. Thumped back towards goal by Alvaro, but it takes a deflection, and Sobrino tried to make something of that. Ends up having to settle for the throw-in. think Roger Martí was trying to lay the ball off to Ruben Sobrino on the wing, but Espino charging forward decided he'd been a very impressive run of form at home for Cadiz. They won their last 2 games, both 2-0 against Mallorca and Girona. Before that, draws against and you may remember the goalkeeper Conan Ledesma became a the end of a very bleak start to the season for Cadiz. They lost their first 5 games without scoring a goal, but they stuck with the manager, resisted the temptation to fire Sergio González after that terrible start, and they've gradually got better and better. Fally taking the free kick that he won. Espino keeping it in, and he continues his run. It's not dealt with, and here's Bonconda with the shot straight at Stole Dmitrievski. He will have been grateful to see it. There's a foul by RDT on Fally, who seems to want more action. Taken by the referee. Clear push. How many times are you going to let him do it, I think, is the message. Nice battle developing between those two. Sergio Guardiola is able to keep possession. Escalante back to Espino. Sobrino making the run down the line. Tries to take it in his stride, but it's just too heavy. So half an hour played. Neither team has been able to force their way on top. Both have had moments of superior. He finds Alvaro. Starting to become more of a factor in the game, Alvaro Garcia. Cameo with the header down to Oscar Valentin, who was fouled surely as he played the pass. He was by Sergio Guardiola. Playing against his former club today, of course. Spent last season with RAYO Vallecano. 8 goals for Guardiola then in that campaign. Here's his touch to Roger Martí. Given away as it's won back by Oscar Valentin. There's the foul by Sobrino that I think Oscar Valentin was pretty relieved to get in the end, because he was going nowhere. Had a bit of a grab of each other, but the visiting team get the whistle. Alcaraz. There's a handball by RDT. The fans want to whistle. Sorry, the fans want a card for that handball offence, but Cadiz quickly get on with the game. No bookings yet for either team. Just an instinctive jab of the arm out, wasn't it, by RDT? And here's Sobrino advancing to find Espino. 4 Cadiz players in the middle, but it goes back instead to Alcaraz. He now looks for the switch to Castellén. It's well brought down, but just heavy enough that Fran Garcia can step in, and now he'll look to motor forward. Tries to find Camello, whose touch invited Fali to make the challenge. There's Álvaro Negredo, the beast of Vallecas, of course, former Spain international, who's had such a great career. Unable to play at the moment through injury. Pretty well stocked in the forward department now, Cadiz, after the recruitment they made during January. The 2 starters today, Guardiola and Roger Martí, both arrived in that month. Obviously Negredo out at the moment. Also have Guardiola chasing Bayu, who's able to hold him off for the throw-in. Started his career with RAYO Vallecano back in, what was it, 2005, I think. Álvaro Negredo. Came through the team's youth ranks and made a few appearances for the first team before heading on to Real Madrid. Here's Fali, looking for the pass to Espino. Bayu in the way. Clearance charged down, but drops to Lejeune to whack away. Very competitive game. Neither team is allowing their opponent any time on the ball. Even from the throw-in there, Sobrino couldn't control it. Now here's Alcaraz finding Bongonda. He'll work his way out towards the right wing. He's got Castellén ahead of him. Bongonda and Castellén exchanging passes, and now Bongonda with the cross. Away by Catena. Nodded forward by Luis Hernandez, and Bongonda will chase it down. But good balance from Fran Garcia to just hold off the shoulder charge, and now Rayo will look to break, but it's beyond the run of Camello. Not seen much sign of those two combining yet, Camello and RDT. Neither team has really been able to enjoy any kind of long periods of possession. Neither team really has control over the game. Catena. Nice pass to Comesaña. And out to Alvaro. Take on Castellén. Gets past him, but he's not going to get past Luis Hernandez, who makes the rugged clearance. Every ball is being contested here. Time in possession is a very rare luxury. Something that Comesaña has a little of now as he works it to Fran Garcia. Chest down from Cameo, comes back to him, but he's then well challenged by Escalante. Able to knock the ball against the Rayo player out for the throw. Sergio Cameo, one of several Atletico Madrid players out on loan at the moment, having good seasons. You wonder whether they might head back to their parent club next year. Samuel Lino is certainly another, having a good campaign with Valencia. Guardiola battling away, but unable to make headway. Valley, rather hopeful hoist forward, and Dmitrievski is able to in a row undefeated away from home. During that period they've had draws at Atletico, Girona and Getafe, victories at Sevilla, Valladolid and Villarreal. Only conceded 4 goals during that 6-game unbeaten run. There's Izzy Palazón working hard to win it back off Sobrino. And for once the Cadiz defence might be a little bit open here as Bayu. Now, was he held off the ball or even pushed off the ball as he looked to run onto the return pass? Espino has been penalised for blocking the run of Bayu. Here we see him make the pass, and then, yeah, Espino only had the intention of stopping him from getting past. He'll need a bit of treatment as well, will Ivan Bayu, who, like Fran Garcia on the other side, has been ever present this season. In that back five, they've had remarkable consistency of availability. I said it's run through the whole team for Rayo this season, but especially in the defensive line. Fran Garcia and Bayu starting every game. Catena and Dmitrievski starting all but one, and Lejeune only missing 2. So between the back five, they've only missed 4 games in total. Bayu will miss a few seconds here as he heads to the sideline after the treatment. He's ready to come back on. And first we'll have the free kick that he won. And it'll be an in-swinging delivery from Izzy Palazón. 5 players ready to attack it. And it's towards the back post. Lejeune heads it down, fisted away by Ledesma. Good goalkeeping from him. And Cadiz end up with the throw-in. Bayu pleading to come back on. Good delivery from Palazón. Lejeune with the header. And then Comesaña was there trying to knock it in at the far post, but Ledesma with the authoritative punch away. Only 2 goals conceded in his last 4 home games, Ledesma. Approaching 4.5 now in the final couple of minutes of the opening period here. This might be a difficult one though for Luis Hernandez. 3 headers from him, but it falls near RDT. But good goalkeeping by Ledesma. Alert to the danger after the awkward intervention of Luis Hernandez with 3 headers that didn't go anywhere. Fran Garcia controlling to find Alvaro. Loose touch from Oscar Valentin. Challenge is flying in the midfield battleground. In the end, Rayo get the free kick for the high foot there of Sobrino. Fran Garcia. Final minute and a half of the opening period. I don't think we'll have long added on. Maybe 1 minute for that injury to Bayu. As Rayo look to attack the box, it'll fall for Cameo. And he's just wide. Hit it really well, and as it left his boot, he thought that could be going in. But just past the post, I don't think Ledesma would have had a chance here. It was curling in towards goal, but not quite enough. The best chance of the half comes right at the end of the half. Sergio Cameo not far away from adding to his 5 goals for the season. It is Rayo who've provided marginally more goal threat. There's not been an abundance of goalmouth action at either end, in truth, but the visitors have probably just about edged it. Not enough to warrant being in front, I don't think. As Cameo argues that he was being fouled. Play going on. It's back to Dmitrievski. Alcaraz. Now a bit of space for Castellin to get forward, and he makes the run to find Sobrino. Might fall for Roger Martí, but he's offside. So that flurry from Cadiz comes to nothing. It's 2 minutes to be added on. Oh, we did have the check, didn't we? I forgot about that for the disallowed goal, which will be where the 2 minutes comes from. Long forward from Dmitrievski, and it runs through for Alvaro. Tries to lob the goalkeeper. Excuse me, it was RDT, in fact. He was disappointed with his finish. It just dropped towards him. After the long kick from Dmitrievski wasn't dealt with. Now Raul de Tomas with a decent opportunity there. You could see the idea of trying to catch Ledesma off his line, but too much on it. Certainly Rayo finishing this half the stronger, though, with that opportunity for Cameo a couple of minutes ago as well. And Sergio there, the Cadiz coach, might have a few adjustments to make at half-time. His team have been second best in the last 15 minutes or so. RDT does get a free kick this time, clearly having his shirt pulled by Luis Hernandez, so we'll see. Is there going to be time for the free kick to be taken and to develop? Issy Palathon will send it forward. It'll be the last action of the half. It'll have to be quick for Rayo. Into the heart of the area, headed away by Hernandez. And then the half-time whistle blown, so no breakthrough. The end of the opening period. There is a painful end to the half for Florian Lejeune with the collision on the edge of the area. Well, at least he's got 15 minutes to get himself right for the second period, and I'm sure he'll do so. Rayo had a goal disallowed in that opening period for offside. A couple of chances for the two forwards near the break as well. Cameo and De Tomas both off target. At the other end, Cadiz haven't really been able to threaten Stole Dimitrievski. Just a one comfortable save for him from the shot from Theo Bongonda. Rayo have edged it, but probably not enough to be worthy of holding the lead at half-time. As we reach the break at the Nuevo Mirandilla, Cadiz 0, Rayo 0.